Welcome back to One Chapter at a Time, the podcast where we peel back the layers of storytelling to help you craft your best work. I am your host, Joanna Santamor, and today we are tackling a fundamental yet often confusing decision for writers. First-person point of view versus third-person point of view. Point of view, POV, is the lens through which readers experience your story. It shapes how they connect with your characters, how they perceive events, and even how close they feel to the emotional heart of your novel. Let's start with first-person point of view. First person is when the narrator speaks directly as I or we. For example, I walk to the window and pull back the curtain. This POV puts readers inside the character's head. They experience thoughts, emotions, and perceptions as the character. Strengths of first person creates an intimate confessional tone, immediate access to the character's internal struggles. Readers are right in the action, living the story in real time. Challenges of first person. Limited perspective. You can only show what the narrator knows, sees, or feels. Harder to reveal subplots or events happening off-screen. Be careful not to use statements like, I heard, I thought, I saw, I realized, or I noticed. These called filtering words or filtering phrases. These words can pull the reader slightly out of the character's immediate experience because they remind the reader someone is telling the story, rather than letting the reader simply live inside it. Here's an example. Without filtering. The wind rattled the window, and a howl split the night air. With filtering. I heard the wind rattle the window, and I saw a wolf howling. Notice how the second example adds a layer of distance. Instead of just experiencing the sound, the reader is now watching the narrator notice the sound. That said, filtering words are not always bad. They have their place, especially when you need to clarify that the character is uncertain. For example, I thought I saw someone move behind the curtain. You want to highlight a change in awareness. For example, I realized I had been wrong about him all along. You need to slow the pace or focus attention on the character's inner process. But in general, first-person narration feels more immediate and vivid when you minimize unnecessary filtering and let the reader experience the world as if they are the narrator. Third person uses he, she, they, or character names. For example, she walked to the store and bought eggs. There are two main styles of third person limited, which sticks closely to one character's perspective. Third person omniscient, where the narrator knows everything about everyone and can jump between minds. Strengths of third person limited. You can still go deep into a character's thoughts, almost like first person, but with slightly more distance. Easier to weave in descriptions and observations the character might not notice. Strengths of third person omniscient. Flexibility to show multiple viewpoints. Ability to reveal dramatic irony or big-picture themes. Challenges of third person. Can feel distant if the voice lacks warmth or specificity. So how do you choose which POV to use? Ask yourself, whose voice carries the heart of this story? Do you want readers to experience the world through one mind, or explore multiple perspectives? What emotional distance feels right, intimate or broad? As a general guide, first person works beautifully for coming-of-age, confessional, or character-driven stories. Third person shines in plots with a larger scope, multiple characters, or expansive worlds. Remember, whether you invite them inside a single character's mind or offer a sweeping view of your fictional world, your POV shapes the entire reading experience. So, as you work on your story, experiment. Try rewriting a scene in both first and third person. You might be surprised at how it changes the feel of the story. Thank you for joining me today on One Chapter at a Time. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a review. It helps other writers find the show. You can also follow me on social media or visit my website for free resources. Until next time, keep writing, keep exploring, and remember, you build your story one chapter at a time.